Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 5 of No Ketchup Chicago. Here with my man Sean. What's going on, bro?
I'm chilling, man. You already know.
Yeah, fake Stuart Scott in the building.
Yeah.
Got a good episode coming up for you guys this week, man. Happy St. Patty's Day to everybody. Going to recap our St. Patty's Day weekend. I know you went out, kicked it a little bit. Going to talk a little bit about this Bears free agency. Yeah. And then obviously get into the Darren Rovell cornball of the week. We got 2 good ones for you today. So yeah, man. Really excited about today.
Yeah, let's
get into it.
What'd you get into? I know we talked about a little off camera about, first off, St. Patrick's Day in Chicago is tough to beat on a Saturday during the day.
Man. Yeah, tough. Like I told you, for me, man, I don't get out as much.
Yeah.
But there's a couple days a year I hold near and dear to my heart, man. One of them obviously being the 4th of July. That's my holiday. Yeah. I get out, make it a whole day event.
Yeah.
St. Patty's Day is another one, man. Just good vibes in the city all around, man. So, yeah. Had some stuff to do in the morning, man. Got to it about 3 o'clock.
You was late, bro.
Yeah, I was late, man. I had some stuff. I had to get a haircut, man. Oil change. Just a couple family responsibilities had to take care of. You know how it goes.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, got after it about 3 o'clock.
Not the haircut
man.
part, but yeah.
Yeah. So got after it, man. And I was in the group text trying to find out where we're going. So I asked the question, "What's the deal?" And the suggestion was brought up to go to O'Donovan's.
Right.
O'Donovan's. So
yeah.
Off the jump, man, any bar or restaurant, whatever it might be that starts with O or Mick, followed by some Irish name, I already know what it is, man.
You already know
there's a 90% chance I'm in here, don't stop believing every hour.
Yeah.
There's going to be some fist pumping. It's going to be kind of fratty.
Lots of Sperry's.
Lots of Sperry's on deck, man. There, lots of Sperry's on deck. Lots of University of Dayton hats to the back, things like that.
Right. Stop wearing these Sperry's, by the way. Man,
Sperry game is retired, bro.
Yeah, retire those
boat shoes. And they wear them in all types of varieties, too.
Yeah, dude.
Man, my man's had the Sperry's with the gym shorts yesterday. It's a bold look.
Yeah.
So I already know what it's gonna be, man. Like not really my scene, man. I like to go somewhere where the music is live and everything like that. I don't want to get spilled on every 5 seconds and deal with all that. It ended up being a good time though, man. I was there with good people, so a lot of good conversation.
Right.
We had a nice little group, about 8 of us, man. The 3 Floyds was flowing, which was solid for me. Yeah. So it was good, man. Ended up being all right though, man. And the music was actually cracking. It was decent.
Right.
Playing a lot of hip hop. No Future. So I guess they didn't grab that new Future tape, man. They need to update the rotation. They're sleep on that.
Sleepy.
But other than that, man, it was solid. Ended up having a good time, man. Everybody was in a good mood. No altercations at the bar or any of that tomfoolery, man. So it was decent. Yeah.
Definitely.
How about you, man? What'd you get into, man?
Dude, my boy. So I had a long one. While you were getting haircuts and oil changes, I was already on business.
Yeah.
My boy from Turner Sports had a little party.
Okay.
I worked with him on a bunch of stuff for work, and he had a little party. He's like, "Yo, come through. We're gonna have some people over in the morning. We'll have some breakfast laid out.
Function?
Like a little function, a little light function."
Yeah. Shout out P.
Yeah. So he was like, "Yo, slide through." I'm like, "Yeah, done. Let's do it."
Okay.
So I went over there. As soon as I walk up the stairs, right when I walk in, Beirut table, beer pong table for y'all that don't know what Beirut is.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, I see what's popping here. So I get me a little sandwich. I get on the table. I win a couple games. I'm feeling good. I'm chilling. It was good.
Homemade breakfast joint, or did you get the Mickey D's joint?
No. They had like some breakfast sandwiches up there.
Oh, okay.
So we had some breakfast sandwiches. Yeah, it was like one of those like, we're older now, but we still want to
get it in. But yeah, we still exactly.
So there's like some food
one foot in, 1 foot out.
Exactly. So there's some food spread. Got a little sandwich, played some games, and then I got up and we went over to this. First off, we went to I'm with my boy Nick, not Nick English, if you know him. He's like, "Yo, we're gonna go to this spot in River Northwest."
Oh man,
I'm like, I don't even know what that is.
You got it,
River Northwest. It was something like that.
Did you have a tux?
No, no, it was a house party.
Okay.
Yeah, so we hit the crib, kicked it over there. Without getting into too much detail, it was a dope little spot. Had a dope view.
Yeah.
We kicked it up there. We was listening to some good music. There was like 30 people over there.
Yeah.
So it was cool. There's some cool people. And then we capped it with the River North bar crawl.
Oh man.
Which it was pretty eventful. It was a long day. Like
yeah.
I was getting after it till like 5, 6, 6:30, 7 o'clock. So it was cool. It was good. River North bar crawl was popping. My boy Steve was in the spot with his shirt off.
Yeah, I saw that. My shirt off. You saw him out there, man. Hey, sometimes you gotta let it go, man.
Right. So it was good, man. We had a good time. Besides it being cold, it was one of the better St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah. I felt like it was a good time. And you know what? The sun was out, man. So it's not like the cold weather was really killing it that bad. But yeah,
right.
Cool, man. So let's get in some stuff about the Bears, man. Pretty eventful week for the Bears this week, man. A couple free agent signings, man. I know you had an opinion on a couple of them, man. You know, to add to the Mike Glennon haul that we got last week. I know some people were with it, some people are for it. We'll get into that a little bit, but yeah, man. Why don't you start off? Let me see what you think about some.
Yeah,
of these moves, man.
First thing I want to hit is the Mike Glennon piece, right? Mm-hmm. So he signs 3 years, $45 million.
Yep.
The more I looked at the deal, everybody's like, "How can we give him $45 million?" Blah blah blah. I'm like, "Dog, this is a typical.
It's an NFL.
It's
contract.
an NFL contract."
Yeah.
So I was looking more into it. It's $18.5 million guaranteed.
Right.
So it's like this is kind of like a 1-year deal, basically.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if he comes in and stinks it up and he's terrible, which could definitely be the case.
Most likely going to be the case.
It could definitely be the case. We kind of wash our hands with it and move forward. So, I mean, $18.5 million is nothing to sneeze at, but, I mean, that's kind of middle of the pack nowadays for quarterbacks. I looked up the top 12. I mean, I looked up some of the top salaries in the league. It's Luck at $24.6 million.
Right.
Breeze, Drew Orleans, Breezes.
Still throwing for 5,000
right.
yards.
Yeah. Is at 24.3. Yep. Flacco's at $22 million. Rodgers is at $22 million.
Yep.
There's 12 quarterbacks that are making $20 million plus.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, it's not ideal, obviously, if it doesn't work. But the $18.5 million, we could wash our hands. It's middle of the pack.
Yeah, and I don't think exactly. That's it. We didn't commit long term to him. I think this year it's $14 million, and next year it's $4.5 million. So even if we cut him, I think it's $4.5 million of dead money last year.
Exactly.
What people don't realize is, number one, those NFL contracts, man. That's all smoke and mirrors. You got to look at the guaranteed money. Yep. You got to look at how many years we actually have to pay this person, and that's usually how the deal works.
Yep.
So just like Cuddy's deal, what was it, 6 or 7 years? I mean, it was really a 3-year, $60 million deal.
Exactly.
Right, with most of the money paid up front, and then it was just kind of actually a week-to-week salary or contract after that.
Yep.
So with Glennon, man, I mean, $14 million this year. The Bears have a ton of cap space, and they had to use it on something. Yeah. And why not take a shot in the dark? Because if it does work out, you got him next year for that $5 million plus whatever you owe him for his base salary.
Right.
And $15 million, if he's a good quarterback, is a steal in the NFL.
Exactly.
And you get a look at him. You really didn't have any other options. I don't think they were going to use that high draft pick on a quarterback.
Yeah.
I don't think either of us would have felt comfortable with Trubisky or Watson going out that early, especially when the team has so many needs.
That was the thing for me.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't want us. I'd rather us give Glennon an $18.5 million guarantee than have us reach on a Trubisky or Watson.
Or give New England everything for Garoppolo and then have to give Garoppolo a whole bunch of money on a small sample size. So, I mean, it's outside the box thinking for the Bears. And I think that, I was listening to the Simmons podcast and he had Lombardi on. And I guess people really like Mike Glennon, man. So, I mean, all we can do is be optimistic. Right. It's either that, look at Jay Cutler for another year, go to Hoyer. So I mean, what are you going to do? You got to take your hat off to him for trying at least.
Yeah, I mean, I think a big. We're going to go through a couple other signings, but I think a big thing that we were doing going in this offseason is that we're not burying ourselves in long-term deals. Yeah. It's like, hey, here's a 1 year, like Prince Amukamara signed a 1 year, $7 million deal. Mm-hmm. Perfect.
Yeah,
he had a solid year coming in Jacksonville last year. We need helps on the DB side. Yeah. So it's like, these are all test runs.
Yeah, they're test runs, exactly.
So if he comes in and he's whack, then pack up, bro. Right. And we'll keep it moving. Right. So that's like a huge positive coming out of all the stuff for me. Glennon is the thing that I wish. So like we saw Alshon. Shout out Alshon, man. Thanks for the years. Yeah. Went to Philly.
The steroid-free years.
Yeah.
Hard. And real quick on Alshon, man. Yeah. Hey, there was something there that the Bears know, and they wanted no part of him, man. They wanted no part of. They didn't want to tag him.
Yeah.
They didn't want to go long term with him. There was something to that PED shit or the injury shit or just him as a person shit that they just really didn't want to touch him.
Yeah.
So the Bears know something that we didn't know because they had the money to pay him a 1 year deal like that, and you want Glenn to have some targets.
He got 1 year, 14.
Yeah, man. So the rest of the league wasn't fucking with him either. So there's something going on with him that, Yeah, that's a sign to me, man. That's a red flag right there.
Yeah,
something going on with
be.
Alshon. Alshon was on that juice.
It could be.
Might have been on that juice.
It could,
man.
yeah, because I was shocked to see he only got a 1-year deal.
Yeah.
So I was like, man, if he got a 1-year deal, like maybe he didn't want to be here or we didn't want him because we easily could have gave him 1 year.
We could have retained him with the franchise and he couldn't have gone anywhere if we really wanted him.
Right.
And we, like I said, we have the money, so it's just something with Alshon, man, that we didn't want him. But yeah.
So the thing that bothers me there though is that Mike Glennon's successes have been throwing to big dudes like Vincent Jackson, Mike Evans. Like those are big, go up and get it guys, and that's Alshon Jeffrey. You know what I'm saying? So that's where he excels, and then we're kind of still searching for that piece. I looked at some numbers on his 0 to 10 yards, his completion percentage dips to 54.5% on passes from 0 to 10 yards.
Right.
So he has trouble with accuracy. He has trouble with throwing stuff in traffic. The league average is a 73.3.
Oh, so that's well below the league average.
Well below the league average. So that's kind of a big dip. But then when you look at passes from 10 to 20 yards, he's coming in at like 66%, and the league average is 68.
So that's his
so he can kind of. I don't want to say he's a great deep ball thrower or anything like that, but
intermediate
10, 12, intermediate,
yeah.
go up and like especially down in the red zone, like guys like Vincent Jackson, Mike Evans, like they can go up and get it, and that's where he seems to excel.
Right.
And now we're missing our biggest threat.
True.
That would do that for us.
Yeah.
The Bears wide receiving core is light right now, bro. It's Kevin White, potential. Maybe. We'll see, man.
You got to play to have potential, and that dude has not played. And when he did play last year, he didn't look like anything special. And again, you got to get on the field, man. Maybe he gets on the field, he puts it together this year, but I don't know, man. I don't feel nothing about Kevin White makes me feel good. But I see, what are you gonna do? You got to play him.
You got to play him. Right. Okay. So we got Kevin White, Cam Meredith. Solid, bro.
Yeah,
I like Cam. He's solid. You don't rock with Cam?
I mean, on a bad receiving core, a lot of guys can look solid.
Right.
Yeah.
But I mean, this is what we working with.
Yeah.
So Cam, of the group I'm about to list, Cam is all right.
Cam is okay. Yeah, for sure, man. The tallest midget.
Right, exactly. So we got Kevin White, Cam Meredith, Marcus Wheaton. He's hurt. We don't really know anything about him.
He was hurt last year,
Yeah. Zach Miller's solid.
Yeah, he's a solid tight end. Yeah. You need that in today's NFL, safety valve.
Right, exactly. So those are kind of the wideouts that are on the list.
And we picked up Kendall Wright,
We just picked up Kendall Wright.
Yeah.
He had a big year in 2013. I think he caught like 90 balls, just over 1,000 yards in 2013. But we'll see there, But another 1-year deal.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, here's 1 year. I think he got like $3 or $4 million. I don't know exactly. Don't quote me on that. But it's a 1-year deal where he's going to come in and try to we'll see.
To do something.
And if you do something, it's like cool. If not, then cool too.
And the thing with Whedon and Wright is they got NFL experience, so you're not throwing Glennon out there with the same guys that you threw the Bears out with last year that really didn't have a whole lot of NFL experience. So I mean, Wright, Whedon, these guys have had some success in the NFL level. I mean, Whedon, out there in Pittsburgh, having a couple good years over 2 seasons, 2015, 2016, had over 100 catches combined. So I mean, solid slot receiver, a lot of potential. Got hurt last year. Kendall Wright, man, again, another pedigree guy from a first-round pick. Got to see what you got there with those type of guys, man. And the Bears have nothing to lose, so I kind of like the strategy, man.
The 1 year,
same with like Akamukamura, or whatever the hell you say his name, former first-round pick, man. Yeah, you get these guys in there, you see what you can do. I mean, if you look at our receiving core, our DBs last year, those were definitely weak positions for the Bears, especially down the stretch. So, why not see what you can do, man?
Yeah, I mean, exactly. You bring up Prince again. I think I mentioned this earlier, but a 1 year, $7 million deal. It's a test run, so we'll see there. The big corner signing we had was Marcus Cooper.
Yeah.
From Arizona. Number 41. I love that. I love 41. I think Bethea used to wear 41 too.
Bethea.
And I don't know. When I see 40s in the DBs, I like it.
You know what it is.
Right. It's like, okay, this dude.
Palomalu. Wasn't Palomalu 46?
43.
43, yeah.
43.
Yeah,
so, anybody with the 40s is making plays.
Remember those Troy Head and Shoulders commercials, man?
Hey, man, he was getting a little cash.
Some cash on there, man.
For a defensive guy.
Man. He maxed out.
Yeah, he splashed out. Yeah, for sure. And then he got out early before his brain got destroyed.
He's like, I don't want any more James Harrison's still kicking, man.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy's an animal. But, Marcus Cooper, 3-year deal from Arizona. He had a big 2016, man. 15 games started, 69 tackles for a corner is a ton.
For sure.
So 11 passes deflected. That led Arizona secondary last year.
A good Arizona secondary.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. He's a big dude too.
Yeah.
6'2", 190.
Mm-hmm.
And he played wide receiver until he was a senior at Rutgers.
Right.
So he has those ball skills, and he's not afraid to stick his neck in there. He had 69 tackles last year.
Right.
So in our 3-4 system, dude, I like it, man. I think he's going to be able to get his hands on people, jam people up in the first 5, 6, 7 yards, and then he has those ball skills to, go make a play.
Yeah,
he had
absolutely.
a pick 6 last year. So
and coming from that Arizona defense, man, we all know that was a really good defense over the last couple of years. Those guys did a good job, and again, another deal where see what you got.
Right.
Sign a guy has a pedigree, put him in there, experience, and see if you can put it together. I think they're giving Fangio some stuff to work with this year, man, and that wasn't the case the last couple seasons from a talent standpoint.
The defense has a shot to be solid.
Yeah.
Solid. So if we can bring these guys in, Quentin Demps.
Yep.
You mentioned how many picks you said he had?
Quentin Demps had 6 picks last year, man.
So
he's older guy, 31 years old. So I know that was a concern for them, but he's been in the league for a while. Experience, man. You got to get some experience out there. Too often the Bears throw out guys that we've never heard of. So again, it goes right back to what we said before: more experience. So I like that move.
Yeah, they're shaping the DBs. They're shaping the secondary, which has been a problem with us in the recent years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So even Tracy Porter, he'll still be around.
Yeah, he was solid last year, man.
He was solid last year, so he'll be able to
move on from Kyle Fuller. I
want to talk about Kyle Fuller a little bit because I think he must be really good friends with D Wade. Not D Rose. He has D Rose in him.
Yeah,
Kyle Fuller has D Rose in him. Like when you miss a whole season off a knee scope, there's no excuse for that. I don't want to hear anything.
Yeah.
So it's like I don't want to get too upset because he's the D Rose thing fired me up because it was D Rose and he was the MVP and all that.
Yeah.
Kyle Fuller hasn't done anything for us really, and it's like whatever. You know
I think the first half of his rookie year he looked solid. After that, he's either been hurt or not looked pretty good. Yeah. But it says a lot when your coach calls you out for not wanting to get on the field.
It sounds like he doesn't want to play.
Yeah, it sounds like he doesn't want to play. They don't. Yeah, that's crazy. So another failed Bears first round draft pick, as we mentioned last week. I think it was. I think he had 2 re-signings since 2004. Yeah, and I don't think he's coming back.
I think Kyle had a.
So
and I don't think.
I don't think he's coming. I don't think we're giving him a long term deal anytime soon. So
right.
The streak continues.
I want to say, catch me if I'm wrong here, but I think the first game he played, he had a pick.
Yeah, I don't know exactly, but I know he looked good.
Yeah, and I remember being like, home run.
Yeah.
Don't
think it was Fuller's a football player.
Yeah.
I think it was a Gruden game. Like, you know what I like about this Fuller guy? This guy's a football player.
Ball player.
I think there was a whole bunch of that going on. Yeah, comes out of Virginia Tech, got a great pedigree, whole bunch of brothers that played, this is the kind of guy I want on my team.
Right, exactly.
Outlaw Josie Wells.
Yeah. So, man, all this knee scopes, bro, Russell Westbrook scopes his knee and plays later that day.
Yeah.
Where's that mentality at?
Yeah.
Obviously he took a couple weeks still. Russ did, but
also a different
still a couple
animal.
weeks. This guy missed a whole year.
Yeah,
4 or 5 months. Like, come on, man.
If you're healthy and ready to play, man, you need to be out there. And I think that's what Fangio was saying. Like, look, we can't force them to play. Guys have to want to play.
It's a mental thing.
Yeah.
If the doc says you're cleared to go, and then you're not on the field, it's mental. It has to be, right?
So, the only thing I can think of is that maybe Kyle Fuller was thinking down the line in the future when he wants to be able to attend his kids' graduations and parent-teacher conferences and business meetings like Derrick Rose.
Hey, man.
Because those are important.
Those are important.
Those are important.
But, yeah,
all those business meetings.
Yeah, man. Hey. So he's going to come back and try to, I guess, squeeze some time. And I don't think he's going to get too much tick.
I don't think you shake that rep either.
No, it's tough.
You don't shake that rep, man. Especially when you brought in new guys that you gave money to.
Right.
You don't shake that rep, and your spot's no longer a guarantee. That first round stuff is kind of out the window for him.
Yeah.
And he's not Pace's first round pick anyway, so he has no reason to.
Right. Pace gave him a little back end though. I was reading. He kind of, a little support. Like, hey, we want to put him in a position to succeed. So we'll see.
Pace has to be presidential about it and say that, but that doesn't mean that Vic Fangio might look at him and be like, yeah,
right.
No.
All right, let's switch over to the Darren Rovell cornball of the day. or the week or whatever it is. But you got a good one. I'm gonna let you kick it off because you're fired up about this, and we were talking about it earlier.
Yeah, I'm pretty fired up about this one, man. So for those of you guys who kind of keep up with the stories and stuff this week, if you saw it in the Chicago Tribune, well, let me give you the backstory first.
Yeah.
So I'm scrolling through Twitter. I like to use Twitter to kind of find out what's going on. I know that's not the best source, but you get the little quick stuff that people put out. And I saw this caption that said, "Child support spat could hurt Chance the Rapper's image." Yeah. I'm like, really? Chance the Rapper's having child support spat. I'm like, all right. So it kind of got my attention, which is the first mistake because that's all these headlines do.
Right. And and to give it a little more background, this is right after he donates the million.
Like 2 days after he donated $1 million to the CPS,
right.
which was a great thing. So child support spat could hurt Chance the Rapper's image. So it's coming from the Sun-Times. I'm like, all right, let me see what's going on. Click on the link.
This is front page of the Sun-Times.
Front page of the Sun-Times,
right.
yeah, with a big picture of Chance.
Yeah.
And this is written by Mary Mitchell, who's an op-ed writer for the Sun-Times, right?
Yeah.
So there's a big caption, a picture of Chance the Rapper, and the caption says, "Chance the Rapper's messy split from the mother of his 18-month-old daughter threatens to overshadow the positive vibes created by his $1 million donation to the Chicago Public Schools."
Right.
So not only was the headline making it seem like something was going on, you have this caption that's, juicy, man. Like,
right.
Okay, I'm like, let me find out what's going on.
It's a
like
newspaper seller for sure.
Yeah, I'm like, not Chance. Like, come on, man. Like, we had Chance. He's,
right.
Come on, bro. Not yet. So I read through it, man. Bro.
Nothing.
Shameful. Basically, the story's not even important. The gist of the story is that Chance and his girl may or may not be breaking up, and it seems like they went to court to come up with some terms that if they do break up, would satisfy both parties.
The responsible thing to do.
The responsible thing to do so that the child is not affected, right? So there's no time period between when you break up and child support and all that happens, the child's affected, right? So the responsible thing to do.
Yeah.
And I think the one thing I read is that, it's standard for 20% of your income to go towards child support.
Yeah.
And it sounds like Chance may or may not have made the argument that 20% of his income is not like 20% of a regular person's income. It's a substantial amount of money.
Yeah.
Right? And it sounds like there's some debate over that, but nothing nasty.
Right.
Nothing, like that makes Chance come off bad or anything like that. It actually makes him come off good.
Right.
And she's just like starting this article with, I was proud of Chance, but now this has changed my opinion of him. She even drops this stat that says, what did she say? Child support is an emotionally charged issue that plays a big role in poverty in the black community.
Right.
She said, after all, you can't hand out money to benefit children you don't know and come off looking like you are being stingy when it comes to your own child. Mary Mitchell, what the fuck are you talking about? How the fuck do you get off writing something like that after this man donates $1 million of his own money? This wasn't some celebrity charity tax write-off bullshit. Like, my man Rennan met with the governor, is really trying to make change in the community, has done nothing but positive shit for Chicago. Yep. I'm not even a fan of his music. You think it's okay.
Right.
But him as a person, the guy's done nothing but positive shit for Chicago, represents the city right way. And you want to call him stingy because he wants to work out an agreement with his the daughter of his, or the mother of his daughter that makes sense for both parties?
Right.
Like, who are you?
It's the responsible thing to do.
Shit like that. Yeah. It's just always, man, when somebody's coming up, you got to have dumb shit like this to bring them down.
They always try, bro.
Always try, man. So, like, fuck you, Mary Mitchell.
That's
honestly how I feel, man. When I read that, I was like, because I thought I was going to read some shit like, yo, Chance doesn't take care of his kid.
Right.
The kid and the mother live with Chance in his apartment.
Right. Yeah.
So maybe shit's not going well, and he's like, yo, let's make sure we have something.
Right.
Nasty child support spat.
Right.
Fuck out of here.
Right. Nothing. Okay. And not to mention that this has to go through the editor. Like, this went through a couple people that they were like, okay, we're gonna put this on the
National Enquirer.
Right.
This is the Sun-Times,
right. This
bro.
is the Sun-Times. Yeah, this the second biggest
fake
newspaper
news.
in the city. Yeah, I hear you, Mary Mitchell.
Mary Mitchell, cornball of the day of the year. Cornball is like taking it off lightly. Like, Mary, like,
get it together.
You got to explain that shit because that's not a good look. Sometimes, man, like, figure it out. Fuck Mary Mitchell.
All right. Mine is not as fiery as that. So,
hey, we keep it real here.
Yeah, hey, keep
that's
it,
the whole point.
It 100. Yeah,
I'm
absolutely.
gonna lie to you.
Right. Andre Iguodala. So, cornball of the week for me. This guy's from Illinois, so I got a little love for him just off that.
Springfield.
He's from down in the middle,
capital.
From Champaign, Urbana, whatever.
Springfield.
There's like 5 or 6 cities in one city,
man,
or something like that.
Outside of Chicago.
But, yo, relax, dog. You're on the Golden State Warriors. First off, offensively, you're a liability. You play good defense.
Yeah.
You get a ton of open shots.
Yep.
Last week, a couple days ago, they lost. The Warriors are really missing Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
And I think they're 2-3 without him.
They really do miss Kevin Durant.
They miss Kevin Durant. And post-game press conference, they lost to Boston. And they put a mic in Andre Iguodala's face, and he goes, "What would a dumb N-word say? Just play harder. Figure it out. Change gonna come." And he had like a real, like, he was on like some.
He's like, change gonna come.
Some Amistad talk. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Amistad. And he was like, change gonna come. And they asked him, like, what caused the L for, basically what caused them to lose to Boston.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, Steve Kerr, we do what Massa say. And it's like, first off, you're number 1 in the West.
Yeah.
You make $11 million to come off the bench.
And you're riding one of the greatest waves ever.
Yeah.
A wave that you get to ride is Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, Klay Thompson,
you're
Draymond
part of
wave.
You're part of a historic team.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you picked up. You're in a good spot, bro. Yeah. Relax. You're coming off the bench making $11.5 million, 11.1, I think you said.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. Keep coming to work. You're not on. It's not like you're on a bad basketball team.
I don't know what he's talking about.
He seems so upset.
Kerr doesn't have that reputation either.
Dude.
I'm not sure. And I guess Kerr kind of played it off like, oh yeah, you guys got Andre'd is what he said the next day.
Yeah.
I don't really know what that means. He does a good job of kind of playing stuff off in general. But
yeah,
man, I saw that and I wasn't exactly sure what he was trying to say or what he was referencing or we do what Massa says. I'm not.
I don't get it. What are you doing?
You're not.
That's a cornball move.
It's a super cornball move.
Like
you say, you make 11 M's, man.
Yeah, that's a cornball move.
A cornball move.
You don't say dumb shit like that.
And
after you lose a game and you have you have 13 or 14 losses on the year.
13 loss of the season.
Come on, dog. God forbid you were on a bad team. You say
either way, it's insulting, man. I don't understand. And I'm not soft. I can handle a lot of stuff, but it's just kind of what are you talking about, man? Now we got to sit here and talk about this shit. It doesn't make any sense.
Andre Iguodala, cornball of the day for me.
Man. Yeah, go hang out with Mary Mitchell.
For real. Go grab some girl, Mary Mitchell.
Yeah, Mary Mitchell. Yeah, so that was it, guys. Hopefully everybody enjoyed today, man. We got some more content coming up for you later on in the week. Obviously going to circle back to the Bulls a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe get some Hawks talk for you squawks out there. And just, kind of bring it all back.
Definitely. No Ketchup Chicago, for Chicago, by Chicago. Let's get it.
Shout out to AJ holding it down behind the boards.
Shout out AJ, of course, the man himself. Let's go.
Himself.